Okay, so I'm going to do the thing which is the first exercise in this introduction to part design thing. I already did it, so here's me finishing that sketch constraints thing. Um, so I'll go to the next sketching exercise goals, blah blah blah. So you can see it better there, but we are going to keep it this size so that we can see it while we got the window over here. So 2 windows is the best way. I could do dual screens, but it's not easy for me to show you. Okay, so next it says create a new document and be sure that the workspace length unit is set to inches. So I'm already in a document, but I'll do create a document. What did I call it before? It doesn't matter. We'll call it exercise sketch creation. Okay, and then document properties. That's not that one. It was the thing I saw before. Workspace units. Yeah. Default is inches, so we're good. Could have hit X or check there. Okay, begin a sketch on the front plane. So click this and then click front. Okay, and then it says reorient the camera to view normal to the sketch plane and hide all planes. Hint, use the N and P shortcut keys. So I will click N, so that will make us normal to the front, but then P, so we're going to hide all that stuff. For the best learning experience, we recommend you to, so I have 2 browser windows. Here we go. Sketch a corner rectangle as shown. Now this was a pain in the neck because it says note the midpoint constraint is here, which is the origin, which is fine. Doesn't really matter for making this thing, but I'm going to do it that way. And I was like, well, how do I do that at first? So I was like, do I do the other rectangle? No. So do corner rectangle. Corner rectangle. Oops. Control Z. Corner rectangle. Drag it. Got to remember to drag. It's not click, click. It's a drag, John. And then be sure the origin is located at the midpoint of the bottom line. So we're going to go here for constraints, and we're going to do midpoint of this is that. So that made the midpoint of that bottom line on the origin. Sketch a construction line that is vertical, starting at the origin towards the top of the sketch. So go to construction, then go to line, go here, and then go upward some. Right click, and then do escape line. You could also probably hit the escape key if I remember correctly. All right, I'm going to use the middle mouse button and drag that. You could probably also use like the pan thing if you want. Where's the thing with the? It's not the same place as Inventor. Whatever. So I use the middle mouse button. Hold it down to scroll. The wheel. I don't know how you would do that on a Chromebook, but we'll figure it out. Next one. Sketch a 3-point arc by clicking the 2 endpoints at the bottom corners of the rectangle. You'll notice they're not saying any dimensions yet, so the dimensions will come later. Oh, I did circle by mistake. Let's hit the escape button. Let's go to 3-point arc. Click there, and somewhere out here. Notice it doesn't look right yet. It says the arc should be tangent to these lines, so we're going to go back up into constraints, go to tangent, click there, and now it works. You can click there and there, but once it's tangent to this side, it'll be tangent to that side because the midpoint of the arc is, because we did the midpoint thing before, but you can click tangent, it's fine. Sketch the lines above the rectangles as shown. So line, we're making these things up here, go like that, and go like that, then go like that, make sure it stays horizontal, then go like that. Shade it in, which means they're all closed points, which is a nice feature that I like. The midpoint constraint, again, so I want to do midpoint of this line should be at the top of that construction line. Okay, so that looks good. Go to the next thing, change to construction lines. So you want to click on the thing first, then construction. Click on the thing first, then construction line. Do it. See how it highlighted? So then construction line. Now the construction line. Now I'll click out there, so it's not selecting that anymore. Probably could have hit escape or right click. Circle. Make a circle there. Again, it doesn't say the size. We'll dimension it later. Make the circle as shown. These lines are equal, so sketch the little lines to make the keyholes. So lines, touching, it's highlighted so it's touching. Vertical, you can see the little horizontal thing, horizontal and vertical till it's touching. Right click, escape line. These lines are equal, so I'm going to go into here and go to equal, and then that, and that, and that. And now they're equal, and that kind of centers it without having to use the midpoint thing again. Okay, use the dimension tool. Yay, let's add dimensions. And it'll look like it's supposed to. Look here. Notice I'm not going to click here. It's dimensioned to, I mean, it goes together, but I'm dimensioning it to the circle. And it really works out to be the same anyway. 3.5, enter. Corner to there. This whole thing, 0.75. Let's drag that out there so it looks where it's supposed to be. This to this. Does it say 1.25? It's kind of small on my screen, but you can always kind of expand it, look, and then contract it again. Okay, that's all those dimensions. Now the circle dimension is 2 diameter, and the arc dimension is 2 radius. And then now we need this angular dimension. Click here, click there, 45 degrees. Let's change the other one. So even though it's not there, no, it is 45. Maybe because I made the midpoint, it does it again. So that's good. Again, so that other constraint makes it so I don't have to have as many dimensions, which adding good geometric constraints means you don't have to add as many dimension constraints. I think I have everything. Yeah, okay, so then it says accept a sketch. Then it says be sure the sketch is fully defined and is completely black before moving to the next step. Well, it looks right. Select the region shown by the orange highlight. What is the area in square inches of the selected region? 15.936. So when you go to the next thing, begin self-check, 15.936, you got it right. If you want to get it wrong and then end up putting the right answer so it says that's correct so you can move on, I guess you could, but you obviously didn't make the part right. So the self-check, it doesn't matter that you know what the area is. Knowing the area means you can verify that you got it correct. So, that's the area that it needs to be if you know you got it right. If you did, you'll move on to the next section with feature creation. So that's what we'll do next. I don't know if I'm going to make that video today, maybe tomorrow.